Unfortunately, none of these amps go to 11. Shout out to Spinal Tap. I want everyone to go out there, make some noise, and turn that noise into music, okay? Which one are you gonna buy? The Loog Mini 3-watt 3-inch speaker or the Blackstar Fly 3-watt 3-inch speaker? They're pretty similar. Let's put them to the test. Before I go and plug either of these in, you can see that they're basically the same amp. Size, options, plugs, outputs, inputs. Listen, when you need to plug in your Fender Stratocaster Loog guitar or your mini Loog electric guitar, you're gonna want something that is portable, something that's small, something that can take a lot of beating, and both of these can do that for you. They can take a big old beating and they can also produce a lot of sound. I'm going to show you that both of these amps are very similar. One has maybe a little more bells and whistles, but they both produce a great amount of sound. So later on I'm going to put them both to the test. Now most of the time you're concerned about not getting enough sound out of your amp. I'm going to tell you that both of these produce a ton of sound, even with just 3 watts, because really what you're looking for is a little space for your little one or for you to jam out without really taking the roof off your place, or even disturbing your neighbors, or even, you know, anyone else who's living with you, maybe your cat or your dog. I don't know. Anyway, you want something that's going to create a good amount of sound so you can get a good practice in, or if your little one is jamming out, they can just have a good time without it being too powerful, too big of a sound and hurting their ears. The Loog has created a really comparable 3-inch 3-watt amp that you can use, and I love the fact that you've got all the basic specs here. You've got your input, you've got a gain knob, you've got your volume knob, you've got your turning it on, turn it off knob. On the back, you've got a DC volt plug-in of capability. You also have the option to put in a 9-volt battery. Those are great specs right there. Hey, I'll tell you what, this Blackstar Fly 3 has the same things going on. We've got a 3-watt, 3-inch speaker. We've got an input. We have the power button. We have a gain and a volume. Yeah, we got a couple of other features too. We have an overdrive and an equalizer, a little bit of a delay, and a delay knob to really kind of bring in how much of that delay reverb action you're looking for. So you got a couple of more options tone-wise with the same size speaker. The Blackstar Fly 3 is made of plastic, and so it can take a beating, and it's pretty lightweight. I'm very impressed with the kind of sound that comes out of this amp for it only being 3 watts. The Loog Mini is made of plastic, I'm sure, but it's coated in this really nice kind of faux leather white cream coating, and it's got a leather handle. It just has a little bit of a cleaner style to it. It clearly has a little bit of a branding to it. That's one option that I like there. Simplified knobs and the branding style color, if you like that. One of the things I think is kind of a downer about the Blackstar is that if you don't have the DC input cable, you're looking at using a lot of AA batteries to power this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 AA batteries, and that's gonna chew it up real fast. I know they have a charge option out there, but it's a little more expensive, and I wanted to compare the two that are about the same price. So boo on that, man. That's gonna go fast. The Loog only has one 9-volt battery that you need, so it'll go the distance and you're not chewing up a bunch of batteries. That's pretty cool. One of the bonuses about the Blackstar is that it comes with an import, so if you wanna add a device to play music through the amp or do a backing track, you have that option with a 3.5mm jack. It also has an option for you to put in some headphones. Oh, wait. Nope, this one has both those options as well. Look at that. We have an auxiliary input and a phone input on the Loog Mini. So these are the same. Yes, the Blackstar has more knobs, which means more options. It's got an EQ knob to change from different sounds of the output speaker, and it also has a delay knob so you can really play around with that kind of cool echo effect that sometimes you want to get. It also has a really nice kind of option toggle for the gain, so you can really toggle the overdrive or make it clean in an instant. That's kind of fun. The Loog just has a gain knob, so you're either cranking up the overdrive or you're taking it out and getting a clean sound. Before I go and plug either of these in, you can see that they're basically the same amp. Size, options, plugs, outputs, inputs. So I would say it comes down to look more than anything. But let's check out the sound. So I'm gonna take the gain all the way out. I'm gonna have our volume all the way up. I'm gonna take out all the special options so we just get an idea of what this sounds like, just clean as is. I've got myself tuned up. Okay, so clearly we need the gain on a little bit to get some sound. So here we go. I'm gonna crank that up to about 5. Here we go. Wow, all right. Clean sound. Let's put on the overdrive here. Oh yeah. So you get the idea. We get a little bit of an overdrive with the gain. We get this nice clean sound. I think the cool part with the Blackstar 5 is all the equalizer options. I can flip the EQ all the way over to the 10 and get a different sound. Notice how much darker. Nice, very different sound. I can blend that together. So the gain and the EQ give you a little more of a tone option. And then if I want to have a little bit of delay, I'm going to turn that on and get this. And you can kind of dial in how much of that happens. And the speed of it all. So you get that nice echo effect. That's cool. That's great. If that's an option for you, if you want it. I love that. All right. Yeah. That's a great sound. And I take out the overdrive and get that clean sound. All right. Kind of use that delay to give myself just a little bit of a reverb feel. And of course, while the guitar is plugged in, I can change the option on the volume as well on the guitar as well as the main box. By the way, this volume is cranked at a 10, so you get like the ultimate sound from this amp. All right, let's hop over to this Loog Mini and see what that sounds like. So notice that the 1/4-inch jack cable goes into both amps. I'm putting in the DC power plug as well into this amp. We're going to turn it on. I'm going to crank everything up. We're going to get nice crunchy distortion right now. All right. Sure, and instantly you get a bit of a different sound. Yeah. Right? Yeah, so I'm up at a 10, I'm up at a 10, I'm up at a 10. This is a much more powerful amp, the Blackstar Fly 3, but I like the crunchy noise I'm getting out of this Loog Mini. Woo! Yeah. I would want something as simple as this to get a nice crunchy sound or a really clean sound, so I'm not messing around with a bunch of dials. Hey, I have to say I really like the clean on this. That's nice. Wow. Cool. This is really nice. I love the really fresh, clean sound on the Loog Mini Amp. I didn't really get that or achieve that with the Blackstar. Definitely has a deeper, darker, kind of grittier sound. So that's cool. If you want a clean electric sound, that's the Loog Mini for you. That's cool. Thumbs up to that. I have to say, These are very similar amps, and depending on which way you want to go, if you want a little bit of a tone option, darker, more noisier, rockin' sound, then the Blackstar Fly 3 is a good option for you. But I'll tell you what, if you are just starting off and haven't really played a lot of music, or if you're learning music along with your little one, or if it's just your son, daughter, grandchild getting an amp for the first time, this is a really safe bet. It creates a lot of good sound with just a few options, so you don't get overwhelmed and lost in dialing in a tone for 20 minutes. You don't get any playing done. The Loog Mini delivers on the simplicity factor, and the Blackstar Fly 3 delivers on the more nuanced and sophisticated dialing in the tones you like option. I love them both. I'm so happy I have them both. If anybody has any questions about either amp, please hit me up in the comments below. If you have a preference of amp, let me know. Did you like the Loog Mini or did you like the Blackstar Fly 3? I think they're great options, priced about the same online, so check that out. Hey, if you like what's happening here and you want to check out other reviews, I've got one on the Fender Stratocaster by Loog, the Loog Mini Electric, and more. So stick around to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're here every Thursday with a new lesson or review, and I'm so thrilled to be able to provide some options for you all out there when you're bringing home a new instrument to your child or even yourself. I want everyone to go out there, make some noise, and turn that noise into music, okay? And this is where you can start, right here at Loog Nation. I'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.